Hey y'all, welcome back to the garden, but we are inside the house today because it is a little steamy. I had a late start tomorrow morning, so I actually have a garden project that I'm working on to add some more texture to the garden. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tisha. Welcome to Tea Time with T, and I'm gonna sign up for another project that this time I'm ready for it. So this is an unboxing. It's more just something more nice to add into the garden, just to maximize my space. And y'all, this week, I'd say probably 2 weeks ago, I think I've known for some time that something was going on weird over there outside of the bunnies. Now the bunnies live here. We have a family of bunnies. However, I told my husband, I think I said this probably like maybe 3 videos ago, where I kept finding all these little holes in the yard. And I'm like, is something there? I meant to tell my husband. I think I mentioned it to him, but I didn't definitely say, babe, it's something out here. I went out in my garden, y'all, and I saw holes everywhere. We have a mole. I knew it's getting kind of lumpy over there, and I'm like, something is really weird. The holes were everywhere, y'all. Look, unbelievable, okay? So, although that wasn't the reason for me starting, more container type items, bags and things of that nature, it was more so to keep the bunny from eating all our food. However, we have a mole. Pretty doggone sure, because it's just getting lumpier and lumpier and lumpier. I paid attention to it, but not, just walking through, because we walk through there all the time, and it has gotten bad over there. So I guess the mystery has been solved. So I'm gonna let my husband deal with that mole, but we're gonna keep going on with our protective items to add to keep our family of bunnies from eating up all our food. Okay, so let's unbox this. I don't know where my husband's box cutter is, but we're gonna work with what we got. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Oh, I don't remember the name of this, but I'll link it down in the description. It's actually quite heavy. So if you're familiar with my onion side, you already know what this is. It's a 3-pack. So of course this is gonna take me a little minute. I decided to do that indoors today because I waited a little late to get outside today. So thankfully I have gloves because I just got my nails done and I'm not trying to mess them up. So that's what we're doing today. All right, y'all, we gotta cover up these beautiful nails. I never really showed them off. Y'all just happen to see them, but we're not messing these up. All right, y'all, so far this is what I've gotten done. It's a nice color. Just wanted you to see this because I'm not gonna stay on this. I have quite a few more to take care of. But the color is like a wood color. It's nice. It has some shine to it. That plastic on there, man, this is crazy. But you can see it now. Actually, let me show you without that in a way. Yes, isn't that nice? I think this is a nice earthy color. It'll go good against the purple and other stuff that we have out there. But this is a nice color. Nice. Yeah, so that's what we're working with. I wish they had purple because, of course, we all know why. But they don't. So I'll celebrate the purple that I actually have in the garden. And, we'll just leave it at that. So I'm going to finish taking the wrap off of these and then we'll just get this thing going because we got 3 of them to put together. Okay, y'all, so if you ever had to put anything like this together, you know the first screw is literally the hardest one to put in. But once you get the first one, then the ones after are easy. So with this, each one of these bins or garden planters has 6 pieces to it. So is 6 of these, and then you get 24 wing nuts and 24 screws. So the concept is you overlap these, and then there's 4 screws that go in each one. I will tell you that if you do decide to get this, it is sharp. It doesn't look like it, but when you're actually taking like the plastic off, you're gonna get a boo-boo. So I got this, I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to my husband, pulling that plastic off of there. And as soon as I turned just to look up, I sliced my right on the edge here. And it doesn't look like it's sharp, but it is. It's super, super sharp. So that is why they give you the gloves. My advice when you do this, please put them gloves on. You're gonna need them. So anyway, you overlap the 6 pieces. Each one has 4 screws to each side. My advice is do the top one and the bottom. Once you get those, then you'll be able to get through here. But the first screw is literally the hardest one. After that, then, you know, you can just breeze right through this. So. All right, so I got one down already. This is pretty deep, y'all. And that was the idea. So much is going on with this. It is a nice size. Actually, it might even be the same size or as big as the one that's on the my tea side where my onions are. They might be about the same size, but I feel like for some reason this one feels like it's bigger. Definitely love the color. I think it's gonna be a good look. I'm looking forward to putting some greens inside of here. So just know that all this packing material outside the plastic, none of this is going to waste. I am going to do a no dig with this. I'm not digging out no spaces. I'm just going to take the packing material that I got, put it on the bottom. If I have some leaves, which I'm pretty sure I still got leaves left over from our pigeon pea, I'm going to put that at the base too. Pack this out with soil. I did finally get my garden hay. I think if you go back to one of my earlier, excuse me about my nose ring, y'all. In one of my earlier videos, when I did it was something I did on my tea side. It was just a garden revamp, like just to, you know, clear out some of the weeds and try to smother them down with the hay. We did a real deep weeding, and then we put the hay down to just give it a nice little perk in the garden. So we're doing the same thing with that hay because there's so much of it. But I'm going to top off these as well once I get them packed out with the soil. So that's what's going on with this, and then we can finally start breaking down some of that stuff that's in the green stock, because it's so much going on out there, y'all, that it's time to start pulling out some of those tomatoes. I'll leave maybe 1 or 2 plants up here, but the idea was, because we had so much of this wonky weather, the green stock was a perfect place to start my seeds. Some of them I can leave in there, of course, but I put so many in there so that my plants can get started, that I could just start pulling them out, up pot them, and put them where they're going to be. So that's what's going on. Just another idea. If you like with the seed cells, I use those. My seeds have not sprouted yet, so I'm just gonna have some patience with them because I know those things take time. However, that was my first time doing that. I usually start my seeds either right in the ground, just wherever it's gonna be, that's where it's getting planted. So that was a nice little task for me, and a treat to have experienced that. However, what we're getting ready to do with this green stock, we're getting ready to take some of those plants out of there. Hopefully they don't mind the move, and then we're gonna start positioning things. Then we're going to tackle our other grow bed with the collard greens because, y'all, I'm telling you, it's so much crap going on in that bin. Like, it's unreal. So we're going to take it apart. I do see quite a few things because I've been doing some heavy watering over there. The little bit of rain that we did get, I won't say a little bit, we got some rain, y'all. But we're at that time where it's kind of spotty right now. So the month of April, which will be here in a couple of days, we typically start to get into that rainy part where we're getting rounds of rain. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to help out a lot because that's really what the plants want. We water them, but they want that rainwater because it has everything they need in it. So I'm trying to get things settled. So when we start getting that good rain, that's when that's going to boom out there because every year it does it. So that's what we're looking forward to. So anyway, one down, two more to go. All right, y'all. So I'm just about finished putting my planters together, but I just wanted to let y'all hear this as I'm sitting inside the house. You can just hear this beautiful, you can't see it, but you can hear it, man. Whoa. Oh my God, y'all. It's been such a beautiful day. It was hot as Hades out here earlier. And now that the sun is getting ready to set, which I'm going to share that with y'all, the water look like it's just a river going through here. It's amazing. So I'm going to call it a day today. But in the morning, obviously, we'll be back on here. And we're going to place those planters. But I could not let the day end without y'all seeing. I wish I could just put you in here so you could just feel the breeze that's coming through here tonight. It's amazing. Y'all, look at this. Oh, you cannot beat this. Look at this. It's just, these are the things why we stay outside and we garden. Y'all hear this? Amazing. This is a perfect way to end this day. Like, I wish I could just grab it and hold it. Look at that. Simply amazing. Oh, my God. That's what it's all about. That's why we stay outdoors. It's just peace out here. I'm telling you. So in the morning, because I'm tired. Let me tell you something. I got injury. Man, there's another one there. It didn't go as deep, but this one, I'm telling you, they're nice planters. Don't get me wrong. But when they say put the gloves on, y'all, don't be hard-headed. Put the gloves on. I was running my mouth and I wasn't paying attention. That's how I got this. So anyway. I am done with that. Almost done, just about. I got one more panel to put on. And then after that, yeah, it's just been on and off today. I've been doing that in between other stuff. So they're ready. We're going to place them. My plan is to take the peppers I have up here, the ones I showed you guys. I'm going to make one just a pepper planter. And the other one, I haven't really decided yet. I think I may do some amaranth in there, and we'll see where that goes. So that, I have another planter that's the 5-tier, because remember I told you guys I wanted another one of those, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my other green stock, and then I think I'll be done up here on the patio. I should be able to get enough stuff up here to protect us from the bunny. But let me show y'all what that mold did since I'm out here. Hold on. Look at this nonsense, y'all. Y'all please tell me if I'm wrong. This is mold activity. Look at this. It's divots. My husband has stepped on a couple, but there's another one all through the yard, y'all. It was so bad. They literally dug up my yard. Some of this, my husband was able to Hurricane Jack. He pushed some of them down. But here's one that's kind of covered over now. But they dug up, and it's so bumpy and lumpy through here. So I I knew I kept feeling something weird over here. But man, you see my husband get out here with these ants again? So sick of them. But yes, look at these. Just all through the yard, y'all. And here is very lumpy. That's the biggest hole there. And there's another one that's back there. Right there. But we have a mole. Look at that. Just tear my yard up. It's terrible. If the animals start talking to me, y'all, I'm going to feel like I'm on an episode of Dr. Dolittle. This is getting to be out of control. So we got to deal with the bunnies, and now we got a mole. So anyway, in the morning, we'll be back out here to go ahead and finish up the task at hand. I'm just so excited I have new planters. That's been a real good thing for me. So excited. So anyway, I am done with that. We're going to finish up. I had to clean up my little mess from the packing and all that stuff. But what I'm going to do is take the box from this. I did get another box today, so I'm going to start breaking those boxes down and use that as my base. I have leaves still left over, and I think I got a couple of little branches that I can use, dry ones. And I'm going to stick those down at the bottom to help build up, place it with soil, and then we'll do that tomorrow. But I'm going to call it a night tonight because I've been busy today, so that's going to be fun. And hopefully we can get up early in the morning when it's cool so we don't have to deal with the heat. But that was pleasant to end the day with. It's been so nice outside. So anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all in the morning. Hey y'all, good morning. We are back out here. So my bins, they came out really nice. I did have some technical issues going on. I'll share that with y'all later, but I am going to go ahead and set up one. Me and Amazon got to deal with some stuff. But anyway, this corner over here, next to where I had my, where I have my cucumbers. I just cleared it out again. This is a very high weed area for me. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some garden hay, straw, down here to hopefully block some of this weed activity because it's just terrible over here in this corner. It's always been that way. I actually tried to use this area to grow watermelon. It kind of worked a little bit, but once the summertime came, it was just weed city over here. So I'm going to keep things moving forward with container and bags, more so because you know what we have living here. Plus now we have a new friend. The birds are laughing at me, y'all. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do here. So I cleared this area already. I had to go back in there and get some little corners and just try to tidy this up and try to level this off a little bit so I can set up another container right here. As you can see, y'all remember when I planted these cucumbers? Look at this. Only one. I planted 8 seeds. So when they say you're overseeding, no, you're not. You probably need about 20 seeds to actually get something. So yeah, my little 8 and I only got 1. The other pepper here, I'm going to work with that. Just give it a little love and, some compost and, just love on it a little bit. As far as the pigeon pea trees, my husband did take care of the trees, the pigeon pea, the banana, and the mango back there. So there were some branches left over. This is the first time I've actually had organic matter in my yard that I actually can use, like branches and leaves and stuff. So I'm taking full advantage of that. It actually like I went camping. So I started breaking some of them down. I am going to use that for the base of the grow bins that we were putting together yesterday. So that's that. I took the liberty to be a brave soul today and mess with that compost bin over there. I'm going to show y'all that in a minute. But now the carrots, because there's so much stuff here, this may not have been the best idea for the carrots. I'm still going to leave it alone, but I did weed out some. So I do see some coming. There's a couple. But they're being smothered in here, y'all. I pulled out some of this other stuff, but there's probably like maybe 8 carrots here, y'all. But, I mean, maybe me pulling some of that stuff out will help the other seeds germinate. I don't know. We'll see. But we did plant some more carrot seeds. And like I said, this wouldn't be the only spot. I was just trying to figure out what to do with this. But I think it's so much stuff mixed in this soil just from it being open all this time. There's no telling what's going to grow in there. So, anyway. The infamous compost bin. As you saw last night, it was extremely windy out here. It's still windy. We're supposed to get some rain. It's actually pretty cool out here. It's in a... well, it was like 60 something this morning, so it's probably like about 70 right now and breezy. It feels very nice, very comfortable. So I was a brave soul and I decided to, I didn't just open it right away. I poked a hole in it because I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna find in here, but I found liquid gold. Look at this, y'all. It smells like, but guess what? That is fertilizer. It's at its finest. That's been cooking. That's been cooking since last summer. It's just been cooking, y'all. So there's all kinds of stuff in there. So I'm not sticking my hands in there. I have me a nice pretty little shovel that I'm gonna have to clean off later. But for what we're planting today, that is so perfect. That's what you want. You want the most decomposed, the most broken down, the most funkiest, the most frowsiest fertilizer you can find. That is fruits, veggies, broken down, whatever. I see the eggshells didn't break down, so we know that. That's going to take a long time to do that, unless you pulverize them and then, use them for calcium in your garden. But other than that, everything that was in there, every apple peel, banana peel, this, that, whatever, that is good and funky, and we're going to use that in the garden today. Okay, so collard greens, y'all. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the big stuff that I know is definitely not anything that I planted there. But the leaves are looking good on these little babies. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that nice and healthy? Yeah, so I'm going to take out, obviously, the things that don't belong in there. And then leave what's there. So I'm going to gently do it and see, what's actually going on in here. And I might move them. I might not. They're still very teeny tiny. And I don't want to make them unhappy with me. So we're going to leave that there. But that's what's going on over there. That's pretty much it, y'all. We're just going to get to work because that little funky stuff is getting ready to go in this garden. What I also plan to do, some of the tomatoes are ready to come out of that green stalk. So the ones that did not fare well here, I was just holding space to hope and see that they would take off. They look like they're, some of them, I don't know. But we're not waiting. So the ones that are ready, like this one, the heat killed off the other ones. See, there's still one left in there. And that is all right. I'm going to build up the bag and then take one from up here. And we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling over here because we don't have much time of this nice weather before we get into our crazy, crazy heat in Florida. So that's what we're doing, y'all. I'm just happy this was a nice day to come out here because, honey, yesterday was hot. And then all of a sudden that breeze y'all saw last night just came through here. It was glorious out here. So Very lucky to have it this morning. I think y'all are really starting to understand our bipolar weather. It's crazy back here. Oh my God. So I've gotten my hands a little dirty, which is a-okay. I did want to try to level out some of this stuff here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I left my mic in the house. You know what? Let me see if it's charged. I'll go get it. Because I usually use that in the kitchen when I'm cooking. The pollen, y'all. Oh my God. But let me go grab my mic because I think that'll be better today. Okay, y'all. I got my mic on. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's see. Put it up a little bit more. Hopefully that's better. All right. So we're going to play in the dirt now. What I'm doing down here is I'm going to go ahead and level this sand here. And as you can see, when I built this, those people that have been with me for a while know that I started this garden right here in this very spot. I planted a sweet potato down there, and then I took a whole bunch of garden soil and black cow and all kinds of stuff, and just filled up this whole area. And I planted one sweet potato. And then this one section here was just mainly focused on just compost. I was just dumping, just trying to feed the soil. Because I knew once I started dropping things in the ground over here, it should be ready to go. So we've had some wonderful things going on here, but with the latest issues that we're having in the garden with animals, which, I mean, you see where we live. You know, there's animals. There's deer back there. We have gators. I've seen one Florida panther. We have coyotes. We have bobcats. We got everything. I showed you guys the river otters. If it's cold enough, they come up here to eat fish. I mean, we have everything. We have hawks, as you've seen. We have eagles. We have a couple of bald eagles that like to frequent the top of our houses over here. But we have everything that live out here. So I'm not surprised that, and we have a ton of bunnies, cranes, you name it, it's out here. We even had a black bear sighting somewhere up north of us. So I'm not surprised. But the mole, y'all. The mole. Oh my God. So anyway, the mole apparently has been here for a while because I've noticed the ground steadily just getting bumpier and bumpier and bumpier. When we walk through here, really, really bumpy. So I was like, okay, something's going on. And then it finally showed hadn't showed the face, but it showed it that it was here. So we're trying to animal proof our garden. I was really more concerned about the bunnies, but apparently we got other things underneath. So doing containers and bags and this and that, that's going to be really helpful this year. So I already popped my glove, y'all. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to start with one of these over here, and I'm going to make this a sweet pepper station. I have one hot pepper, but I don't want them growing together because we just don't need any cross-pollination. As you know, when these things start flourishing back here, I have tons of bees in on this side finally. But I have nothing to give them right now. So I'm hoping that once these flower, they'll just come and take a taste and, do some things just to get reacclimated to this area. And hopefully the vervain will come back full because they really love that. Like all the bees love it. I've seen so many different bees on it that I'm looking forward to that coming back. But anyway, that's what we're going to do right now. As you've seen, I've already come out with the garden soil. We're going to take a dip of that compost juice that we have organically started right here in this garden. And we're going to use that. I'm taking a moment to take this dirty glove off and wipe my face because I feel like stuff is itching. It's pollen. You know, I'm somewhat used to it, but I don't think you ever get used to it. But it is all over the place out here. So excuse me. All right, so let me get my regular gloves. I just had them. What did I do with them? Oh no, did they blow away? Hold on, y'all. Oh, there they go. Thought they blew away. Okay, so first things first, I tore off a piece of this box back here behind me. And I'm going to use that as a base for starting this, but it's not the base because as you can see the twigs that I broke off here, we're going to use those. Oh man, I tried to tuck myself away in this corner out from the wind. You guys almost blew down when I had the tripod down there. That was not cool. All right, so I'm just gonna bring back some of this dirt. I don't want to waste my soil on that. I really don't want to do that. I just really want to just focus on making it somewhat level. I also have a sprinkler right here, which pretty much handles this whole area. And I don't want to block it. So I may have my husband change it out. I'm going to turn it on to test it after we're done to see how much stuff gets watered. Because if it is okay, then it'll take care of what I'm putting here now. It'll continue to water the cucumbers and this pepper here, which I really hope this one makes it. It looks like it's trying. Because I was getting ready to toss it, y'all. And then it started going green again. And it was like, please don't get rid of me. I still belong in the family. So we want you in the family. But I need some food from you too. So let's get some of this little piddly stuff out of here. Man, this is grass. This is St. Augustine grass, y'all. I feel like I want to put some 7 down here because it's not going in my bed. I really feel like it because we're still dealing with the ants. My husband put a treatment down yesterday, but I'm looking at a trail and traffic of ants right now. And I feel like I want to put some 7 down here at the base. Because you already know what time it is over here. Aphids. They're going to be here. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab this 7. Blood meal. Go ahead and grab that too. I don't have a whole lot of this 7 left because I've had it for so long. Hopefully it still has some good potency to it. I just don't want to have an issue with these ants over here this year. I'm going to do my best because it is windy and I don't want this blowing in my face. So I'm going to just take it and toss it. Kind of like. They're always here. So tired of these ants. They're a pain. This bag is almost a year old. Actually, it's over a year old. I bought this when I first started the garden. And I was just holding on to it to see if I would ever have to use it. And I've had to use it. But just that one bag. I mean, we've gone through, this is our second garden season. So, and we're just now getting to the bottom of that. So, all right. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and start this down. Obviously, this is going to be a no dig. Hopefully this is a good barrier along with the sticks to just get enough space in between here. I started to put some cloth down here as well, but it's a high weed area, but it's not as bad as what's going on over there. I'm about to lose everything over here. This wind is kicking. Bring this bag over here. Okay, so here we go. Here's this lovely, I think it's going to look really pretty over here. I mean, I care about some things looking somewhat together. I couldn't find a purple one, but it is a-okay, y'all. All right, so to finish this, throw a little 7 in the bottom of this. The areas that are kind of uncovered. I can see a little peak of sand in there. All right, so that's that. Let me tuck this in. We're going to get our sticks and lay those in the bottom. Thankfully, I do have more so that I can do the other bins. I don't know how much more I have, but I'm just walking through the yard picking them up. All right, so that's that. I have some garden soil. I'm going to put that first. This is all purpose. I don't know if I have any more of this, but I got my potting soil as well. Throw that in the corner. All right. Now, potting soil. Did I bring those scissors? I don't think so. I'm about to get creative here. Let's see. This is the potting. I thought I had those scissors. There's a little hole in it. Let's see if I can get it open. There's a little hole in there without breaking my nail. Lexi's gonna be mad at me. I break my nail. She just did it. Okay. Now, I don't wear tips, y'all. These are my nails. I don't like when they break because they break down the skin. We are not doing that. All right, let's get this in here. Whew. Ooh, that's beautiful. It is dry too. Let me get my shovel. We're gonna get some of that funky goodness. Where's the old shovel? I don't want to use my good brand new one for that. That stuff smells terrible. Okay. Let's mix this around a little bit first. I hope you guys can hear me. Finished breaking down some of those sticks. Y'all can hear them crunching in there. I want this really, really nice. While I was down, I should have got the scissors. Goodness sakes. Get my steps in today, y'all. All right, let's go get some of that luscious, nice, good, stinky stuff. Oh, God. Ew, it smells like, whoa. Oh, my goodness. Mm-mm. It smells terrible. My word. Ooh. Look at it, y'all. Oh, it smells stink. I'm thankful for it though. Let me tell you. It's soaked too. I think I got some avocado seeds in here. If they're still willing to come up, then that'll be the next thing we deal with here. The eggshells are plentiful in there. Oh my God, it smells terrible. Oh, that smells horrible. Oh, bro, it smells horrible. Whew. Y'all, that smells like sewer. It smells just like sewer. Guess that's not a bad thing. I'm trying to see it. See if we can look in there. I don't want you to fall in it. I just want you to see it. Yeah. Just what the plants need. Take it down, back down. Just what they need. Go grab some more. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. But though, for those of y'all who are trying to break down eggshells without dehydrating them and grinding them up, this is a go to show you they don't break down. This has been in there for about a year now. Good old fashioned, nasty, funky, stinky compost. Whew. It smells just like somebody's sewer. Alright, I'm gonna have to wash this off, but I'm not done with it yet. Okay. So, we have peppers, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful peppers. I'm gonna plant today. And although I have put the compost in here, there'll be more to come because it needs a deep water, and that stuff is really soaked. So I'm hoping that this will do well with the transplant. So I do see that this tried to flower. Actually it did. There's a pepper on here, a very, very, very little one. Hopefully it makes it. So this is a yellow sweet bell pepper. So we're gonna go ahead and get it going. Oh wow, look at the roots, y'all. It's a good looking pepper plant. So what I'm gonna do is put you here. I'm placing them, and then I'm going to put more soil in around them. I'm gonna take these bottom leaves off. Yes, indeed. This one is a green bell pepper. Taking the bottom leaves off so we can see what's going on with that. This one has a couple little nodules on it. Take these bottom leaves off. It looks very good. Let me leave these tags. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Well, yeah, that's the yellow. Let me make sure I put them. That's yellow, that's green. All right. Oh yeah, these are good. It's still pretty moist. They did pretty good on the patio. I was trying not to saturate them too much. But oh yeah, there's activity going on in there. Some critters. Okay, and this is a sweet banana pepper. So that's gonna go here. Definitely taking these bottom leaves off. Goodness sakes, there's a lot of them. All right. This pollen is terrible today, y'all. This is a beautiful banana plant. I hope it's nice to me like my last one was. And I planted seeds for more, so hopefully they give it to me. I'm taking all the bottom leaves off of this one. Yeah, it's pretty. This one didn't get as much moisture as the other ones. I'm not sure why I watered them all the same. Maybe this one's just a little bit more thirsty, I guess. I don't know. All right, so I know peppers can be a little greedy when it comes to certain things. So, all right, we're going to hold on to these. Thank you, Bonnie. We got us some extra plants. So I'm going to leave these 3 in here. I think 3 is a good number for peppers when you grow them and stuff like this. So what I am going to do, excuse me, guys. No, got this blood meal. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of blood meal in there because while we got the funky stuff, I don't know exactly how much nutrients is in there. I can't test it. But there's a lot of stuff in there, y'all. Old greens, banana peels, just all kinds of stuff. So I just want to make sure that it's still getting what it needs. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle in the blood meal. I'm going to do it by hand because, you know, we got this wind going on here. I never do this by hand, but the wind is really, really crazy right now. Come on, baby, stay up because you're going to be right here all nice and pretty. Okay. Give it a little bit more, just around. So, all right. And then we're going to pour in the rest of that. I won't say the rest, but some more potting soil. I might only be doing 1 bin today. I thought I had, this would have did 2, but I think it's just going to be this one here. And that's okay. I just wanted to get the peppers situated and off the patio. All right. Oh, this looks good already. Okay, sit you up, baby. Really nice. All right, some more. We're going to take it all the way to the top. And this should give them nice root space to grow. Real nice and plush. Oh, yeah, this is done. Wow. Well, at least I know. These were on sale, and I don't know why I didn't get 3 of them. Oh, man, that's so pretty. And I'm going to push them down in here. Make sure they're nice and secure. They're going to get a good watering today. Beautiful. All right, let's remember this is yellow. This one is the green one. That was a perfect bag. And this is the banana. I mean, when they start to grow, of course, we'll be able to tell. How lovely is that? I actually could put 1 more plant in here. What else do I have over there I can put in here? I'm not sure. Do I have another pepper plant I could put? I don't want to put the tomato over here. I got space. I can put 1 more here. But none of the seeds have sprouted. And this one's recovering, so I don't want to put that one in here. Jeez. I have a couple of red peppers, but they're really small. I don't think, let me see. I'm going to check and see if I got something else I can put in that space. I don't think so, though. I have 1 pepper in my green stock, but a couple of peppers in there, but I can't remember which one is what. Ooh. Yeah, that's a hot pepper. I don't have anything that I could put in there with it. Well, if something come about, then I could put something there. I won't worry too much. I feel like one of these are peppers. That might be a Scotch bonnet. Can I grab this out of here? I'm gonna take it. I feel like this is a Scotch bonnet. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. That might mess up something here. Y'all, oh goodness. Let's see. I don't know. It's gonna be the right move here. But we're gonna try something. Let the baby grow. I snatched this one right out the green stalk. It's a pepper, I just don't know what kind of pepper. So let's do this, because it is small. We're gonna borrow this from you. Thank you. I'll try to help this baby stay up. Maybe this way, because you're leaning this way. Give you a real good watering. Hopefully it do well. That's going to be the mystery pepper. I have no idea what it is. Okay, so now, I forgot the scissors again, y'all. Goodness sake. Let's get some of that garden straw. This is going to go everywhere, y'all. Oh, man. Oh, no. The wind is blowing it. It's some wonderful stuff. I love this stuff. It makes everything look nice and refreshed. It smells good, too. Oh, my God. It's in my hair. Ah, you blew them away. That's too funny. Hopefully this will help keep some of that moisture in here. That's why this is weird. There's a hole in my gloves. Oh, man. I don't know when that happened. Put some miles on them already. Now look how beautiful that is. Oh, man. So excited for these peppers. I hope they do make it. Definitely need to get some water on them because that straw is going to blow away. All right, let's move some of our stuff from over here. Some of this garden soil I am going to give to this. I do need to get some more garden soil. Yeah. Definitely. I'm going to give this some straw too. Might as well. We're already here. Just make it count. What I wanted to do with the other bags, I don't think we're going to be able to do that today, but that is fine. This is quite a lengthy video for the little bit of things that we have done. They're going to get some blood milk too. And give them some straw. That is fine. We'll have another part to this because I'll tell y'all what happened with these in the next part of this. All right. Let's go ahead and just make this all uniform here. I gotta pour some blood meal down in there too, but just get the straw out of the way. You see it blowing away? Crazy. And I got some of these weeds here. It's gonna look good here. Move my sticks out of the way. Oh, coconut water. Okay. We're gonna hold on to these boxes because I'm gonna need them again. Actually, they can go in the tray. One of them can. I have more in there. And plus this has all the crap all over it. And I don't want that smelling up out here. Well, on my patio. Put that down in the recycle. Oh, man. I feel like I done worked all day already. Well, I have, kind of. All right, let's get that blood meal in here. I'm just going to mix it towards the bottom. Underneath the straw so that my little cucumber can thrive, and so can this pepper come back to life. All right, let's get them watered. And I think we're just going to call this the end of this garden day. As far as what I'm recording, I may do some other stuff off camera. Get some water. Oh no. Oh, you guys got wet. Oh my God. That would only happen to me. I swear. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all are okay. I'll clean off the thing in a minute. You're all wet up. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. Oh, y'all. Aren't these pretty though? Hey y'all, I am done out here. That was too much activity going on. Yeah, I mean, everything got wet, y'all. That was crazy. Anyway, just so you can see the finished product, just where I left off, because it looked like we might go ahead and get that ring. So this is what the peppers are looking like. There's everything right there. They're looking good. And like I was saying, you know, I did see some little buds coming, which is really nice to see early. Hopefully they like what I did and they'll go ahead and take off for us. There's that cucumber. I was going to cover this back up, but I mean, if we get the rainwater, they'll just add more to what I already gave it. And here's the pepper. I trimmed off all the dead stuff so it wouldn't focus on it anymore. And hopefully this baby just come on back. I see some aphids already trying to mess with it. We'll see. But y'all, that's it. I'm done out here. That nearly took me out of here. Oh, rats. I forgot to put the compost down, y'all. I forgot to chop it up. Look at this. Oh, I'm not finna bother with it. I'm going in the house. I'm gonna take that plastic bag out of there though. I don't like plastic in my compost. It shouldn't be in there anyway. But the other things I wanted to do was up pot my pineapples. Oh, y'all. that was enough for me. Let me see what's in here. Oh, just an old banana peel. We got plenty of those. Don't worry about that. All right, so that's that. I will tell you, the collard greens. I didn't bother with it too much, but I just took out the big things because I still don't know what's still small in there. But just so you can see, I do see at least 2 promising plants that are in here. I found another smaller one. I'm not sure what these other things are. There might be a volunteer pepper in there too. I just didn't want to go digging too much because I did throw, I want to say about 25 seeds in there. They were truly being smothered and choked. So there was one that I found, and guess what was on it, y'all? Aphids. I'm like, the thing just barely coming out the soil and you already on it. So I don't know. We may have to get creative here. But needless to say, I know for sure I have at least 2 or 3 solid collard green plants. But you know, we already dropped seeds. We're waiting on the seeds to come on, but at least we got something going on here. But I just took out the other stuff because they were really like all intertwined on the freaking greens. Like, they're never going to grow like that. But that's the idea, right? That's what we do. So anyway, I'm done out here. I've had enough today. I've had enough today. That was a lot going on. I do have 2, I have 2 strawberry plants that I would like to plant. Maybe I might come back out here later. But as of right now, this is it. This is it. I don't even know what time it is. I know we haven't had breakfast. I just came right out here because it was early. I'm sure it's not early anymore. I just wanted to get out here while it was still somewhat cool. It's overcast now. And it did say we had a good chance of rain today, so we probably will get that rain. But anyway, I want y'all to see how well the ginger is thriving up here. It is looking beautiful. Look at this, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, my ginger has never done this. Never, ever, ever. So this may be a forever place for ginger for me. I'm loving this. I see my greens are starting to come. Y'all, I'll give y'all an April garden tour. I won't spoil it now, but things are just doing well, which is what they should be doing. Shout out to Shay. Shay's in Texas. Shay, that doggone bunny was out here to greet me this morning. I was like, you know what? We gotta have an understanding. Doggone bunny, I swear. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Hopefully during our garden tour, I'll have some other things that I can share with you outside of today's epic scenery. I cannot believe that happened. But that, man, it was mud everywhere. I had to wash the fence off. I still have to do some stuff out here on the maintenance on the fence, but that was just ridiculous. But anyway, we can have bloopers in the garden. All right, y'all. So that's the end of this. I think this is a nice, good video. And then on the next one, I'll share my Amazon disaster with those planters with you all, because that's something you need to know if you're going to order it, that planter. So, yeah, I'll see y'all later.